Okay, now we're going to do a video on eyeballs. As you can see, I have the amazing 3D mascara. Just for a real quick tip, if you haven't seen it before, it comes in the 2 tubes. The long tube is the collagen gel, the Moonstruck transplanting gel. Amazing brush we have. And then here comes the magic fibers. You can't see them on here, but they're there. Okay, but I'm not going to do that first. I have already put primer on my eyes when I put on my foundation. So there's primer all over my eyeballs. So what I'm going to do first, which some people do this in different steps, but I'm going to do it this way just because that's what I'm used to. My first step, I use the angle brush for everything. It's my favorite little brush. I'll show you how I do it all. Easy peasy. So my first step, I am using Angelic Mineral Moonstruck Powder pigment here, and then I put the pigment in the lid. So you're going to dip your brush in the lid. I dip it good, and then I shake it off. So you can do this 2 ways. You can spray your brush before. I wet mine so that way the color sticks out more. So you can spray your brush before you dip it, or you can spray it after. I spray it after. So I do this. I spray it with my rose water. I used in the other video. Anti-inflammatory, disinfectant. It's great for your skin. It's like a toner. So now that I have fiber on, or I have pigments on there, I am going to wipe that on my eyelids. So as you can see, it goes on nice. Nice and creamy now. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to do one eye. I'm not going to spray the other side. My brush is a little bit wet, so it is going to pick up more color, but I'm just going to show you. Okay, look how bright that color is. This is Angelic. Some people use Angelic right here in the corner of their eyes because it makes you look more awake. In the photography world, that's what we do. Okay, so I'm going to blend this up just a little bit. Okay, so a couple of you have asked about a smoky eye. I'm not going to do a terribly smoky eye because it's hard to do it while I can't see myself very well. But you can do this 2 ways. You can mix your primer on your brush and mix it with our Devious Black or the any of the brown shades like Confident or Daring. But I use the angle brush and I spray it first before I put the pigment on, because if I spray it with the pigment on, it's too wet for the eyeliner. So I put the pigment in the lid and I just very carefully dab it on both ends. Okay, so now there's black on here. I'm going to show you on my hand the different lines you can do. So like that's all with the eyeshadow, the mineral pigments. You can draw as thick or as thin as you like. I do a very thin line on my eyelid before I put my mascara on. This is going to be really hard to show you this, but and I fan it out just a little bit. You can do this any color. You can do the bright colors with this, but you can see, look at the difference. You can make it bigger on the ends. Or smaller. Okay, so that's okay for me. I'm going to do my other side real quick. Okay, easy peasy, that easy. Now for me, this will stay on all day. I don't wear anything on the bottom because, as you can see, I have dark underneath. If you have a good complexion, nice light under eyes, absolutely load it on the bottom. I'll give you just a little bit of a smoky eye here. I'll show you. So I dip my brush in the black, and how you do a smoky eye is you put your finger here and you go up to your eyebrow. Close your eye and you just dab right here. You don't want it to get out any farther than that. Okay, that looks crazy, I know. Close. Okay, this is how I do smoky eye. And then I take our crease brush and I blend this really well. So I blend it in. I don't want my smoky eye to be super dramatic. So, here we go. Okay, I got a little bit more on this side, but that's okay. I'm going to lighten it just a little bit. See? Perfect. Okay. Now, here's what I use when it comes to the mascara. I curl my lashes. It's huge. Curl your lashes. Do it. This is a cheap little thing. Get it. So, I go to my lash line, to my root, and I curl. And I pull up lightly as you curl. Voila. Super easy. Second eye. Curl. Pull up. Super easy. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. Not tricky, just kidding. You hold your brushes, or your wands like this, tubes. This is how I do it. It works fabulous. Okay, this is going against the directions. It's alright. So how I do it. I put gel on both sides. Okay, this is one coat minus that. One coat of gel. This is what regular mascara looks like on me. So I'm dipping my wand back in. You don't want it to dry out. Unscrew both your tubes before you do this next step. Okay, putting the gel back on. Okay, now I'm going to brush the fibers. One eye at a time. Can you see the magic happen? Absolutely. Okay, you don't want to brush a ton of fibers on the first time. That's the biggest misconception. That is what will make your lashes clumpy. Do 2 steps. Take the time. Okay, here. Now I'm going to my other eye for gel because I want to give my lashes a minute to dry in between. This works best for me. Everyone's different. But that's how I do it. I'm going to brush the fibers. It's hard to do it without crossing my face. Brush, brush, brush. Easy peasy. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back over it with the gel. One eye at a time. Okay, once you've coated it good, you can put another layer of fibers on. Easy peasy. I did get a little bit up there. I'm not used to having long eyelashes, so I just clean it up after. You can play with this. You can see what you like, how you like to do it. Some people don't need 2 coats. If you have little baby lashes like me, you need 2 coats. Work the inside really well. Okay, so now I'm going to seal. This is the biggest step. Seal your lashes really well. So I'm going to seal. I know I look like a goon doing this, but it's alright. Okay, I do brush a little bit down here, and I'll go back and clean that up. No big deal. Feel. I brush a little bit on the top. Okay, perfect. So now, if you have any mess like I do, as you can see, mess. Okay, here's what you do. You take your concealer brush and you just dab. No problem. Okay, then you layer it with your favorite lip gloss. Mine is Lovable. You should get it. Everybody needs this one. Not sticky. My hair doesn't get stuck. Okay, perfect. That's it. If you have any questions, hit me up on Facebook.